All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toast Man, Log TV, and Choo Choo, and let's get started with today's video. SMKW is an excellent place to buy knives, and you guys know I'm an affiliate over there, and a lot of you know that when you go over there and you use my code, which is SMKW KnivesFAST, here we go, we'll do it this way, SMKW KnivesFAST, that will get you free shipping at checkout, which is awesome, and it helps the channel. When you use that code, I get a little commission back, and I turn around and use that commission, and I buy a knife, and I usually, no, I do. I always give it away on the channel. Now, this is this month's affiliation knife from SMKW, and if you know, you know. All I can say, guys, is you should really comment on this video if you like this knife. This is the GiantMouse Ace Atelier, I think is how I'm going to say it, in carbon fiber. Now, at SMKW as we speak, there are only two versions of this knife available. There is a natural micarta and a and the carbon fiber one. A natural micarta is $215. This one's $245. Very, very awesome knives. Both available right now at SMKW. Now, there are a few issues we're going to talk about, but it's still a great knife. Just little nitpicky things that could be better. Now, this particular one is in this gorgeous twill carbon fiber. I think this is the best looking one of these I've seen. It is absolutely ridiculously so well done. Now, these are, I believe, made in Italy, and they are done so well. Contoured, chamfered. You have a blue anodized backspacer, which I think looks really cool. I like that better than the bronze they've been doing a lot. Now, this is a small version of the Ace Grand. All right, guys, I'm going to pause for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, now you know this is one of the days that I'm recording a video when I'm having sneezing fits, so that's why we stopped there. Now, this is a smaller version of the Ace Grand. The Grand is a great knife, and it's got that grand blade. It really does. This great swedge, really nice kind of clip point, drop point, I guess you could call it either one. You've got this kind of harpoony area here to put your thumb with jimping right there. Nowhere to choke up, but you don't need it. You got a nice 4-finger grip. You got a reversible wire clip. Awesome. I just love the way they do their hardware too, with that kind of, I don't even know how to say it, but really kind of ghostly looking, milky looking finish on it that just looks so beautiful. Now you do have, a little bit of a crown here to the spine, but again, the swedge out here, no crowning or swedging to the backspacer. You do have a lanyard loop there, and like I said, I love the wire clip. Good retention, good carry in and out of the pocket, really nice. And guys, this thing is very lightweight. Now, like we said, you have a liner over here on this side. You do, well, let me double check before I say that. You do have a liner on both sides. So you have a steel liner. Man, I got to make sure. Yeah, you have a steel liner on both sides. This is the liner lock. But again, it's still with that carbon fiber. Very lightweight. Good size in the hand. And now I'm bumping my tripod. Sorry about that. Let's fix it. All right. Sorry. My apologies. And you can see a ridiculous cutter. This one right here, the Jutland was a phenomenal cutter, but this is equally as phenomenal to the Jutland as far as cutting performance. Yes, please sign me up. I'm gonna get these off that beautiful SMKW 4th of July sticker so you guys can see it. Man, I have made an utter mess. See, that's the thing, guys. You can tell when I really enjoy cutting with a knife, because when I do, I just keep cutting. And that's what happens. We have a big mess. Beautiful, beautiful finish. Their typical belt satin, I believe it is. You got that same shape hole they have on a lot of their knives. Now, One thing, I don't know what the difference is, but this particular one is kind of almost 90 degrees inside that hole. And when I middle finger flick, when I first got it, I could actually see a little bit of nail like fly through the air because it like scrapes. I just wish that was chamfered just a little bit. Now on your thumb, it doesn't hurt and it does just fine. Pops right out of there, no problem. Again, your only opening is the hole, so either middle finger or thumb. Pops right out, no problem whatsoever. Again, I love the contouring on this one. Your grip is great. That clip is definitely not an ergonomics issue. It is sitting in there in my palm in a great spot. I do feel it. It is not a hot spot. Fantastic little knife. Now, let's get to those to the issue. By the way, LMAX steel, if I did not say that on the blade. Ace design, which means it's designed by Jesper Voxness and Jens Anso. Very, very cool. By the way, you got good grip on the handle. My big issue is twofold. Number one, there is not good lock bar access. You can see it does overlap a little bit, but it is a stiffer lock bar, and you have to dig your thumb down in there to disengage. Sometimes I can't even move it. It just doesn't want to move, and it's not got lock stick. It just is stiff, so you have to get right up near the top. And when you do that, it breaks fine, but again, it does not feel good, and that's for two reasons. Number one, there's not enough access. There's not a chamfer. You can see the amount of space there. And then this jimping, I'm sorry, I've talked about this a lot, and this is what jades me towards this. That is basically saw blade jimping. It just is shredding my thumb. And I want to be able to fidget with this knife. That keeps it from being a fidgety knife because it does not feel good. I'm sorry. The more you dig, the more it hurts. And so if they took that jimping off and just gave me a chamfer, I think it would be better. Or if they just rounded those jimps off. That's what I'm saying. I don't mind, scalloping on a lock bar, but when it becomes jimping, it's way too much for me. So again, I know there are those of you who love jimping who are not happy with me right now. But again, if you take those two things and combine them together, lack of lock bar access, lack of room to get in there, having to dig my thumb down in there, and then that aggressive jimping on that lock bar rather than just scalloping or a chamfer, it does not feel good. The detent is absolutely fantastic on this knife. Perfect for the deployment method. So those are really my two things. 90 degrees up here. I just wish they'd knock that down a little. And that lock bar access issue. Other than that, this is a really cool knife that most of us would love to own. Again, it just depends on how you feel about those issues. Now, let's talk about price and specs, and then we'll do our comparisons and be done. $245. The closed length is 4 inches. 2.87 inch LMAX powder steel blade, 3.8 ounces. Made in Mangino, Italy. Blade length 2.87, thickness 0.13, so a little thicker, but with that high flat grind on a tall blade, it is not thick. You can see it is a laser beam cutter. 6.87, so just under 7 inches. Closed length 4, again made in Italy, and it is the Ace Atelier, which is how I have decided to pronounce it, not knowing if that is correct or not. So there you go, guys. Again, a great knife with a flaw. Just not good on that access to the lock bar, in my opinion. So really, really cool. And again, you guys, I'm just telling you, leave a comment and let me know what you think down below. This is this month's SMKW affiliation knife. And I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. So give me a thumbs up, a comment down below, all the things, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and thank you for watching the Knives Fast channel.